Good Thursday afternoon, Hail Stalkers. It's our daily 12 p.m. hail forecast here. Lead meteorologist John Choquette. We're going to talk about the forecast for tomorrow and looking forward into Saturday and possibly even taking a peek a little further beyond just this upcoming weekend. But first, are you watching on our app? If you're not watching on Facebook, check out our app. You can watch it on the right there, and you click on that little lightning bolt in the lower right hand corner. Brings up the videos so you can watch our live videos every single day here at 12 o'clock. And if you miss it, just click on it anyway and you can see the most recent video, so the 12 p.m. forecast either that same day, or if you're watching us before 12 p.m., the previous day's forecast. And you want to see in full screen, go ahead and click on the video and rotate your screen. You get that the full screen effect. And also make sure those notifications are set up. This is something I do every single day, and just keep kind of pushing that as we get closer and closer to storms actually happening. Go on to your notification options, click the regions that you wish to be notified for, and select the methods of which you want those notifications, whether you want your push notification on your phone, if you want an email, or if you want it on your desktop computer. Again, these are replacing all the text messages that we had previously been sending. So any sort of notification we used to send, make sure you have it set up so you don't miss any this year. And moving into the forecast. Today, nothing. There's no storms today. There's actually a huge snowstorm that's pulling out of the northeast, and usually when a big snowstorm like that's happening in March means there's no severe weather anywhere else in the country. So we have to look ahead at tomorrow. Here right at the very bottom of the screen, you see we have up to some quarter-size hail possible in the Houston area and the Beaumont area, pretty much all along the southeastern coast of Texas. This is for tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, anytime after about 5 o'clock. Real small chance of up to some quarter-size hail. I think a couple storms may form. This may even happen later than 5 o'clock, maybe even like overnight. A couple storms may form right along the coast before going out to the Gulf of Mexico. So I have that chance there for a storm or two possible on Friday evening. The bigger story is going to be on Saturday. Well, it's not really that big of a story, but there's still area concern here. I kind of refined it a little bit. The Storm Prediction Center has the risk like right along where my hand is, pretty much in Louisiana, Arkansas, and into Mississippi. But I am still including a good chunk of eastern Texas and in the Houston area. Just there's a lot of instability in there, and I can kind of show you guys that. And it's basically, if the cap can break, we can see some storms, kind of similar to what we've been having, where it all comes down to, can the cap break? Can we get some clearing? Yada, yada, yada. We've had this a couple of different setups so far this year, and one of them is bound to break and bound to surprise us with some good storms, so I can't rule out this part of Texas. And with that, we're going to look a little further into the forecast as well. Instead of just mentioning an area of concern, we're going to actually kind of go into a little bit more so you guys can see for yourselves. So moving into, I'm not going to look at the GFS right now. Actually, I'm going to kind of go a little more regional here. Just give me a second, guys. Here we go. So we're zooming in pretty much on the Texas region, and we can show we can see the dew points are going to really kind of take off here as we move forward into Saturday. You can see quite a bit of instability. You see dew points all the way almost 70 degrees here in the Houston area, even further north, and so there'll be plenty of instability. Not really a strong, sharp dry line, but with these types of setups, it's not as necessary. And you see the run ends pretty much right around 6 o'clock on Saturday. And when we move towards severe weather, this is the supercell composite that I'm showing, basically showing the probability of favorable conditions for supercell. And we move all the way to the end of the run here, and you can see, whoop, look at that, quite a bit of supercell potential here. And the big question is, will storms fire? This model in particular is showing the cloud cover to be pretty extensive, to say the least. You can see, I mean, all of this just means a high percentage of the sky covered in clouds, and most of the area has cloud cover. Now the big thing is, can we actually get more breaks in the clouds than just this? If we can get any kind of breaks in the clouds, we can see an actual event be ongoing. Whoops, there we go. Oh, here we go. All right, so I can actually kind of show you guys what the cap is in this one right here. Don't let's see if we can actually get it to load. Don't get too caught up in all the craziness that's on the screen right now. The big thing to note is right in here. You see this the red line, little bulge out like that. This is what we call the cap. It's basically an inversion, so the air, it gets cooler as you rise up. This area, the air gets a little bit warmer, and that'll keep all the instability and the updrafts and everything from going and pushing through there. So you need the air temperature to warm up to make it so you can get past that cap. So again, big thing for Saturday is just, can we get some clearing? Can we get some storms to form? And if we do, it's a very favorable environment for supercells and even tornadoes and whatnot. So again, right now the models are saying probably not much in terms of the Texas region where the best instability is going to be, but that can change. So we'll obviously be here again tomorrow at noon to give you guys an update on what we're expecting. So with that, don't want to end it on a kind of down note. I am going to show you guys the more long range models, mainly because I'm sure some of you guys have remembered me mentioning stuff about not this week but beyond towards the St. Patrick's Day weekend. We're just going to kind of look ahead at the overall upper air situation, just kind of see, do we still have that favorable setup in the models? I mean, the big thing is, we're not going to obviously take this all like verbatim. This is so far out that we're still just kind of taking it with a grain of salt. But as we move forward, we can see as we move into Friday, really deep trough kicking in. I'm willing to bet this is not going to be as amplified as what's being showed on the models, but it still shows this is on St. Patrick's Day. We have a very good negatively tilted trough moving through the plains and then moving out. And then the big thing to note here is notice how the pattern stays with the nice little trough here in the west and just continues to push systems through the area. And actually this one's pretty significant moving through. Again, this is towards the end of the run, but it just shows once we get to that big change in the pattern, things really will probably start to pick up. Again, we just got to slog through a couple weeks here. I know it feels like every single day feels like forever, and you guys are getting more and more antsy for hail, but we promise that it is coming. We just have to get to that second half of the month, and hopefully we can get off with a bang here once things actually get going. Maybe we can get surprised with a couple storms tomorrow and Saturday as well. So that's all I have for you guys today. I think we're going to wrap this up pretty quick here. And if obviously you guys have any questions and whatnot, go ahead and post them in the comments section below. We will answer them either in the video or afterwards, especially if you're not watching this live. And if you follow us on Facebook, or if you like our page on Facebook, if you're watching on Facebook, I know most of you guys do watch us on our Facebook page. Click that follow button, make sure you hit it see first so we pop up right at the top of your newsfeed. So if you miss these live videos, you can see them after the fact. And also share our videos to all your friends, get them the little update here, get the word out on hail trace, and tune in, of course, every single day at 12 p.m. We're here with our daily hail forecast. I'm lead meteorologist John Choquette here at Hail Trace, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll see you again tomorrow.